Hey everyone, this is Steve Rozenberg with Mynd Property Management, and today I am joined with my good friend Trevor Steadman from the Reno operations for Mynd. Trevor, thanks for joining me today. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks for having me, Steve, as always.
So I want to talk real estate. I want to talk investing. I want to talk, we all know Nevada is just blowing up. It's a great place to buy. Reno is kind of the city a lot of people forget. I know the term is the biggest little city. I believe, is that the right term?
Yep, biggest little city, that's right.
So why is it a good place for investors to buy? Or is it, first of all, is it a good place to buy? And if so, why?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I've been in the market now almost 10 years. I was here in 2010, 2011, when Reno definitely wasn't on the top of an investor's list. And I've seen things just transform over the last decade to where we are today. Really, the biggest reasons are, one, we have an entire tech industry that's bubbling out in our rural areas. We have Trick, we have Tesla, Switch, Panasonic, all of these big distribution and manufacturing centers that are popping up like weeds almost in the back of our sagebrush. And because of that comes jobs, comes opportunities, comes growth. I think year over year, we've not hit our building mark for housing. And because of that, demand just continues to swell. And once you open those floodgates, it's really hard to close them.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I really think cap rates, return on your investment is extremely healthy here. We're seeing really, really good cap rates for people going all in, getting 6-7% cap rates in some of these investment properties, which is double, triple times better than what you can get in a stock market bond. It's typically what I tell them: go to your 401k portfolio and see if you're getting the same returns that we have on this building.
Yeah.
Number two, I would say renovation opportunities. Reno has a really diverse array of types of properties. We have old properties, we have new properties, we have stuff that hasn't been touched for 40 years that needs a full gut. Those opportunities for those renovation projects don't exist in other markets. Usually they've already been touched 2 or 3 times before the time you pick it up. And then there's really no wiggle room for putting money into it and then trying to resell it or just get the value out of it.
Trevor, are you seeing a lot of investors from out of state coming in and buying, or are these local people that are buying stuff?
I want to say we're probably about 50-50, if not 60 out of state, 40 in state. We've had a huge amount of outside dollars pouring into the state, people who are actually selling their assets in other states like Texas, California, Arizona, Washington, who are selling their portfolios they've had 10, 15 years to do a 1031 into Nevada because they know the returns here are just going to continue to grow. Asset values on some of these properties are enough where you get a mortgage on a property in 2015, and by the time you hit 2020, you have enough equity in it that you could literally sell it and make $100,000. Like, it's some of the flips that I've heard of with some of these investors are just mind-boggling.
So
is it a lot of work? Of course it is.
So the equities are really strong, is what you're saying. You can get a lot of equity in these deals, or you maybe not purchase it with equity, but it's going to rise.
And that's exactly it. If you get a property that's not at where the market average is, but then you get it there with a smart amount of investment, and if you could do it for less than what you put into it, you're golden. And then you could make some money by having me rent it. So, it's definitely a win-win.
Nice. What are any other reasons why you think it's a good place for? It sounds like you got a lot of variety. It sounds like there's, you've got a lot of business driving it, which that's one thing I like. Whenever I'm looking at a city, I want to know, is it just one industry? If it's just a military town, that could be great, but it also could be bad when everyone's on deployment. So I try to see, is there multiple drivers? And from what you were saying earlier, all the businesses that are coming into Reno or in Reno, and obviously gambling and everything else, tourism, those are good drivers. So I know it's more stable than just relying upon one thing, which it sounds like that's the case there.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that Nevada is known for its gambling, history that we've had over the years. Look at the Harris. First casino in Nevada, right here in Reno. Reno is not known for anymore its gambling. It's known for its commercial development. It's known for its industrial parks. It's known for its manufacturing. And in Reno Sparks, which is kind of the hub here, is just the start. There are cities outside of Reno Fernley, Fallon, Dayton, Gardnerville, that are also seeing the same type of surge in not only in relocation, but in just commercial dollars just flowing in from all different types of trades, trying to keep up with the demands of the state. And because of that, you've kind of got this perfect cauldron of opportunities that, regardless of what industry you're in, just ride the wave, take it as far as we can up to where we can stabilize it.
That's great. That's great. Wow, that's a lot of information to know. If somebody does want to know more about Reno and purchasing properties there and talk to you, whether we manage them or not, how would they get a hold of you to learn more about the Reno market?
Yeah, definitely. My office here is down on 1575 DeLucci. We're right on the backside of the Meadowwood Mall here in Mid Reno. And my number for my office here is 775-335-0124. Get a hold of me there. I answer a lot of investor questions every day, just like this, and a whole variety of other ones that come across my desk.
That's great. And for those of you that would like to know more about real estate, know more about Reno or on a national level, I would encourage you to join our Facebook group. It is called the Mastermind, MYND, Mastermind Real Estate Investment Club. There you can comment, like, engage, and have conversations with fellow investors like Trevor and myself, as well as other people involved in the real estate industry. And there we can engage and just have good conversation. Also, every week we have a brand new podcast show that comes out. It's called The Mindful Investor. There I would suggest you subscribe. It's on iTunes, Spotify, and all other channels. We have everywhere from novice investors to very high-level experienced, and we talk about everything in between. Most importantly, we talk about not only people's successes, but their challenges and their failures and how they've overcome those. So make sure you subscribe to that, join our Facebook group, and on behalf of Trevor and myself, I'd like to thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to keep the conversation going, join our Facebook group.